Good morning. It's Saturday, August 2nd. And in my research for something to talk about, I came across an article that deals with drug pricing. And apparently, President Trump sent letters to the CEOs of 17 major pharmaceutical companies on Thursday, demanding that they bring U.S. drug prices in line with the far lower ones available to patients in other countries. Now, I know for a fact that the U.S., with respect to medical care and everything, pays outrageous fees, far above what people are paying in other countries. And that's our own fault, because we as a population don't stand up and demand some of these things. So I think that Trump is in the right track on this thing, and he wants companies also to guarantee that Medicaid, Medicare, and commercial market insurers pay prices for all the new drugs. Fair prices in his mind. And I don't know what you would consider a fair price. And I have to tell you that in my whole career working, I'd always had insurance from the companies I worked for that took care of the drug pricing situation. So there was only one incident in my life when I was almost forced to pay a ridiculous amount of money for a drug. And I didn't pay that amount of money because I refused to take the drug. So Trump is giving companies 60 days to comply with his wishes or his demands. And if you refuse to step up, he says, we will deploy every tool in our arsenal to protect American families from continued abusive drug pricing practices. Now, part of the whole drug pricing issue is factored into what you get in health insurance at your company. So if you're being abused on the drug pricing end, you probably are working for a company that doesn't have good health insurance that is available to you. Americans are demanding lower drug prices, and they need to get them today, he's saying. You should have insurance to ensure that you're going to get the lower drug prices. If you're out there working and you don't have insurance from your company, you should be talking to the company. Because if you have a massive group of employees that within getting health insurance from the company, they should cover drug insurance also. So Americans are demanding lower drug prices, but that's not going to happen. Americans have to be smarter and be covered by the proper insurance, and then they won't the pressure being put upon them by the pharmaceutical industry. And the pharmaceutical industry said that Trump's demands could harm research and development, and the industry analysts don't expect the drug manufacturers or the drug handlers or who's ever in touch with the whole drug industry to acquiesce to the president's demand. They're going to give the president of this country the finger when it comes to telling them how to run their businesses. We should be educating our population because they can protect themselves against high drug prices. And too many people are not aware of drug insurance insurance and health insurance and all of those things that the company that you work for should be giving you. The companies that I ran and the companies that I worked for always offered health insurance. And we as a company would pay a portion of the premiums. But in many cases, our employees refused to take the insurance because they didn't want to spend that money. And that, in my mind, was an act of stupidity. Because when disaster strikes, you have to be ready for it. So it's a shame that there are high pharmaceutical prices. That's true. But there's a method in which you can avoid the whole thing. Talk to your employer about getting insurance to cover that particular need. Because I can tell you, in my 50 years of working, I never paid a penny for drugs. I was always covered by the company's insurance. So that's all I have to say on this matter. It's a sad situation if you don't have protection. And unfortunately, most Americans, maybe not most, but many Americans don't have the proper protection. Have a great day. Bye.